That's what he's supposed to say. He's supposed to say that he didn't know nothing about it. He was oblivious to it. But he sure looked happy when he received it. So we didn't hear him complain none about getting it. The WBC said that they, petitioned for it or whatever. But he said that was Bob Arum. But he seemed pretty happy when he received it.
There's a lot of logistics that goes into getting the belt. You know what I mean? Like you got to book the hotel, you got to book the flight.
Hey man, knock it off, man. He said he vacated, man. Get right to the point, man. He came out and he said he vacated.
He vacated, so now y'all are the champion, and you got Fortuna with the first bid coming up December 13th, and you anticipate the zone coming out, potentially winning that first bid.
I mean,
or would you like to fight on Fox? Or can you?
I mean, well,
bigger audience.
Well, I mean, the first bid is what it is. I mean, they're gonna come in and they're gonna bid on the fight, and the best person is gonna win the bid. Hopefully, it'll be Eddie and the zone team will put up the money for the fight, and it'll be on the zone.
And this morning I heard you on the Boxing Voice this morning.
Carlos?
You tried to pull up on Bob Arum, man.
Carlos,
is that town business or what was that?
No, that was no.
So they get their drink.
That was that was no business to. That was no slight towards Bob or anything like that. It just was. It's just the fact that Devin is the world champion, and we offered the fight to not only Tank Davis, who's fighting for a junior belt in Atlanta. And of course, we wanted to make the fight with Lomachenko. We felt that Devin's profile called for it. Bob said that the people don't know shit.
That's what I was going to lead to.
Well, I mean, he said.
What did he say?
Well, I don't know what you
tell what he said. I watched it. He said people don't matter.
He has his way of looking at things, and with respect, that's not the way that we look at it. We look at it that the people dictate who you fight. They put on the biggest, they come out and support the biggest events. The biggest events happen because of the people. And without the people, of course, Devin wouldn't be the person that he is today.
If you know, you know. And we all knew Devin Haney wasn't going to take a month or two to respond like Lomachenko did. Obviously, Lomachenko, he could take his sweet time, but he need to hurry up a little bit next time. Because if it's Tank Davis calling him out, best believe he probably respond the next day. But when it's Devin Haney, he responds 2 months later with who's Haney. I'll tell you who Haney is. Haney is the person that changed your name from the Matrix to NO-Machenko. So hopefully that rings a bell in Lomachenko ear. So when Lomachenko says who's Haney, my question is, responding to that, is who's Lomachenko? The $1 million question is, who was Lomachenko when he fought Salido? How did he earn that title? Matter of fact, even a better question, who was NO-Machenko when he lost to Salido and got taken to the Mexican university that he couldn't graduate from and got a title for a vacant belt against Gary Russell? How did he earn that title the second time in his third bout when he just lost the fight prior to that? Who was Lomachenko then? But he gonna question who's Devin Haney that earned his position to be the mandatory? And Lomachenko did what Riddick Bowe back in the day did and vacated a belt and threw it to the trash. However, just because he got the complexion for the protection, they gave him the witness protection belt just to save face. Now, Devin Haney had a great interview by Barbershop. I'm gonna leave the full link for that video in the description box below. Check out the video. It was a great interview. Now, Devin Haney obviously had a lot to say and we're gonna dissect it. But let's first dissect what Lomachenko had to say about Devin Haney, because he stated, who's Haney? Who have he fought? But in the same breath, he stated that he appreciated the WBC for recognizing him as the Franchise champion. Then he stated that anybody from the top 5 could name themselves as pound for pound #1 because we all fighters. So it's up to these organizations. That's their job to rank fighters, not his, because his job is just to fight, right? But when it comes to Haney, him being ranked #1 for your belt, becoming your mandatory, then you questioning the rankings, then you questioning other people's job. I thought your job was just to be a fighter and fight anybody, anywhere, at any time. But as soon as Devin Haney called him out, he turned to NO-Machenko. Now Lomachenko, when he fought Mariaga, he didn't question Mariaga. He didn't say who's Mariaga, who he fought to get a fight with me, pound for pound #1. He fought him without any problem, just like he fought his mandatory Corolla. But as soon as his mandatory was Devin Haney, his team, and by his own acceptance, requested the French Fries title. You could blame the WBC president for that. You could blame Top Rank for that. But at the end of the day, you had to agree to it. Obviously, Lomachenko is not just going to accept anything without having his lawyers review everything he do. So when you accepted it and you were smiling like Devin Haney said, happy as hell that you got this French Fries title to stay away from a Devin Haney that's 20 years old. How embarrassing by Devin Haney own words. It's embarrassing, period. You can't explain this. Lomachenko want to have this persona that he's not ducking anybody, that he's willing to fight anybody, anywhere, at any time. But facts say otherwise. Because it was Lomachenko himself who went on an interview stating that he's past the Salido fight. He don't need the rematch. And he avoided Salido the second time, even though that's the guy that put a 1 on your record that ESPN tried to erase. He went on an interview and admitted he turned down a Manny Pacquiao fight because Pacquiao too old. And Manny Pacquiao made him look like a fool, beating the likes of Broner and Keith Thurman afterwards at the welterweight division. A division that Lomachenko will never dare climb up to. So now you're turning down a fight with Devin Haney? It's embarrassing. And like I said, Lomachenko stated he needs a busy fight in between. He needs a busy fight before the Lopez versus Comey winner, because that's so far from now. He was going to fight this Australian dude in Australia because he can't sell in the States. And as soon as the backlash, as soon as Devin Haney called him out, what did he do? He changed his mind. He changed his opinion. He no longer want to fight in between, because he don't want to cherry pick in between where he gonna get called out for ducking and he won't have no excuse, because people gonna tell him, hey, fight Devin Haney. Why you don't fight Devin Haney in between if he's so sweet? Devin Haney told y'all himself, if I'm so green, then beat me like the rest of the green fighters you beat. However, what Lomachenko do? He gave up his green strap. He got stripped like Riddick Bowe did back in the day because he didn't want to fight his mandatory. However, because he's a fighter from the hope list, not the coincidental list, they try to cover up for him, giving him the witness protection belt to cover up for ducking Devin Haney. But that's why new media is here. So shout out to new media, shout out to DBN for giving me the opportunity to post on his platform, for believing in your boy, and shout out to all my Akis. But like I stated time and time again, you could run, but you can't hide. Lomachenko came out trying to act like he been on the dark. He don't understand what's been happening. He don't know what's going on with this French Fries title and all that, when he know what time it is. It's duck season. That's what it is for NO-Machenko, according to Devin Haney, because Lomachenko is an intelligent fighter in and out the ring. He knew what he was signing up for when he accepted the French Fries title, where he's now going to give up not 2% to the sectioning fees, but 10% now. So why is he willing to do that? And the reason why he want to give up hard-working, earned money for free is because that witness protection costs some money, guys. He can't get that witness protection for free. So you best believe he's going to have to pay 8% more for that. And that's what Lomachenko did, and that's why it's such an embarrassment for him to avoid a Devin Haney, a 20-year-old version of Devin Haney. And for the people that claim Devin Haney is a nobody, Devin Haney has multiple videos on Dante's Boxing Nation alone where he's doing pads with Floyd Mayweather Sr. and he has over 1 million views. So we all know that's a big fight. Lomachenko can't even sell in the States. he got to go cross seas to sell. But they claim he's such a big star, even with all this promotion and hype behind him. But I'll tell y'all why they not succeeding. It's because it's not organic. It's not natural. Floyd Mayweather had to get out the mud. He fought the best to get in the position where he ended up at when he became Money May. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, he was the modern Devin Haney, the modern Errol Spence, the modern Rigondeaux that was calling out the best and getting ducked in the process. That's who Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather was. When he turned to Money May, that's when he became the star, and that's when all his hard work paid off. But Lomachenko want to get there without putting any hard work. And keep in mind, even Money May, when he was 36 years old, he still fought fighters coming off their biggest win, including Canelo Alvarez when he beat Trout. And Floyd Mayweather fought him at a 20-pound disadvantage, moving up in weight. And Canelo wasn't 20 years old. He was 23 years old. And Floyd Mayweather schooled him every round. However, the casual fans is going to have you believe Lomachenko fights the best and Floyd Mayweather doesn't, when it's the other way around. So, Devin Haney, a fighter that's more than 20-0, his mandatory, and that's a big fight, he rather vacates the belt than fight him. And keep in mind, for the people that say, oh, well, Lomachenko has nothing to do with this, it's the WBC and Top Rank, then you're highly mistaken, because Lomachenko is in it as well. By the WBC own rules, if you win a vacant belt, which Lomachenko did when he fought for the WBC vacant title against Luke Campbell, a guy that was ranked number 5 in the division, where I believe he wasn't even the best number 5 fighter in the division, but it is what it is, right? So when Lomachenko fought him and beat him for that belt, if you win a vacant WBC title, you have to defend it against 2 mandatories because you didn't beat the champion for it. So that being said, how Lomachenko was able to avoid Devin Haney, his mandatory at the time, and get this franchise title? The witness protection belt. That's the answer right there. He didn't want to fight him, so he got the witness protection belt. And Devin Haney didn't fight for a vacant belt. He got handed the real title because the real champion, NO-Machenko, said no to fight Devin Haney. So that's why Devin Haney is the champion, ladies and gentlemen, because Lomachenko didn't have the cojones to get in the ring with a 20-year-old. And that's why Devin Haney said it's an embarrassment. And like I always say, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't, and listen to these casual fans. Shout out to DBN. Shout out to Dante for giving me the opportunity to post on his platform. Shout out to Luna2 Unboxing for the funniest boxing memes. And to be continuing on the next episode of Aki TV. Peace, and we out.